One of the collections of columns, Paradise Screwed, I thought that was, realistically named when it came out, and even more so now. It's hard not to get depressed and discouraged, but at the same time, the only way to sort of shine a light on some of these issues and get people riled up and get people talking is to keep writing about them, and that's really the role. A columnist can't be the collective psychologist or a grief counselor for the state of Florida. People have to get up off their asses and do some, just get active and do things. And that's what I tell kids. That's what I tell everyone I talk to. It's the easiest thing is to say it's a lost cause and do nothing. But if I had I would have quit 25 years ago if I thought it was a lost cause, if I didn't think anybody was listening, if I didn't think there were good people all around the state and also in Tallahassee are trying to do good things. The initial push for Everglades restoration and the initial legislation, I was optimistic because it put finally this issue on the front burner, and it got the whole state. The public opinion polls were overwhelmingly in favor. Everyone on all sides of the political spectrum had realized if you have to do something. It's complicated. I mean, I'm optimistic that people are working on it and talking about it. But realistically, is it going to go smoothly? And there's so many things bubbling around Florida, but the economy is the big issue right now. Instead of producing something, a lot of states actually produce things. And aside from citrus and handguns, there isn't a lot that is coming out of the state of Florida that the rest of the nation really wants. We rely on tourism, and we rely on growth as an industry, which is insane. Florida's been horrendously overbuilt. That's why we lead the nation in mortgage fraud, foreclosures, every possible We have more housing and more subdivisions and more that are now ghost towns than anywhere else in the country except maybe Las Vegas, Nevada. When I read, as you did, the news about that the population is actually declining, more people were leaving than moving in, I said it's about time. I would love to see. I would be out there cheering on I-95, bumper to bumper, northbound, adios. Goodbye. We got too many people. I mean, having worked in Miami all those years, there's very little in the way of corruption that surprises me anymore or surpasses anything. I mean, the city of Miami government has been pretty much of a continuing criminal enterprise for as long as I can remember. That's not to say you're not bummed out or disappointed or pissed off, by it. You should be. Everybody should be. But at the same time, you have to be realistic, and there's a lot of money floating around, and a lot of people who have hung for sale signs around their necks. So, well, the campaign finance decision, the Supreme Court decision in the Hillary Clinton movie, it just opened up an incredible can of worms in terms of allowing corporations now to contribute directly using shareholder funds. Developers, road builders, all those folks are pretty much free now to buy any candidate they want. Well, I think big oil is going to play a big role because of the drilling controversy and the push to open up drilling. It's very interesting that the legislatures who are all in favor of drilling all of a sudden are nowhere near the coastline. They're all from the center part of the state. You can have the most innovative governor you want, but if you have the same group of knuckleheads that you've had in the last few years, they're just going to keep doing what they've always been doing, which is bending over backwards for special interests. The state in 10 years, I don't see it getting any much better. Maybe in 20, when some of these guys are in jail.